Hello and welcome to the Film Pulse Podcast. This is episode number 277. My name's Adam Patterson. With me today, we have the only true stable genius, Kevin Rakestraw. How are you, Kevin?
I don't know if that's entirely true.
Unstable genius?
But I'm doing all right. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think I'm a genius. And we're stable. We're unstable, really.
You're too modest.
I don't know what it is.
Alright, well.
Just a mess. A mess person.
Yeah, well, you and me both. This week on the show, we'll be looking ahead at 2018, listing off our most anticipated films of the year, throwing in some predictions in there along the way. We'll also be wrapping things up by going over new releases in theaters, on VOD, and Blu-ray. Remember, you can join in on the conversation by commenting on this post or sending us a tweet to @FilmPulseNet or sending us an email to podcast@filmpulse.net. We appreciate all the feedback that you might want to send us, and let us know what your most anticipated movies of the year are as well. A little cold, man. Holy crap. I'm assuming that it's been really cold there too.
It's been awful. It's been straight up awful.
Wind chill here yesterday was -5.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we got around here.
It was just.
I think the other day was like -14.
Like normally, I can walk to work normally, and it takes me about 20-25 minutes to walk to work, and it's just been so cold I haven't been able to do that. I've been taking the bus or the train, and even just the time that it takes me to walk to the train station or walk from the train station to my apartment, it hurts. Like I'm in physical pain by the time I get home, and I'm bundled up pretty warm, but
got some layers. Those layers don't work. They're not helping.
Well, it's the face. That's the big thing. Like I have a really heavy coat, and that works great. Like my core is warm. And by the time I get home, my core is like hot because I've been walking briskly. But it's my face. Like my face burns by the time I get home.
You gotta wrap that face up with a scarf.
I'm really worried that this weather is going to carry over into Utah when I go to Sundance in 2 weeks.
It'll actually probably be warmer. Oddly enough, I bet you.
Hopefully.
It probably will. I wouldn't be surprised.
I hope so. Because, man, it's going to be rough. All right, so let's go ahead and just dive right into our most anticipated films of 2018. This will get... Well, you know what? Before we do that, I want to go back and look at what we predicted last year. Because I actually went back and re-listened to last year's most anticipated. We recorded it right around this time, actually. I think it was on January 9th of last year.
To you.
Of going back and listening to it. It was a good episode.
Was it?
Yeah, it was pretty good. We predicted a lot of movies. We had a really big list, so I'm not going to go over everything, but just a couple highlights. We both had Get Out on our most anticipated list.
All right.
So that one worked out. Yeah, that one worked out. Blade Runner was on your list. Blade Runner 2049.
That's all right. That wasn't like a huge disappointment.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Killing of a Sacred Deer was on both of our lists. The Bad Batch was on both of our lists.
Yeah, that one disappointed.
that was probably the biggest disappointment of 2017 for me. A lot of people like that movie, though, but I don't see it.
That's one that perplexes me. There's not a lot of, you can agree to disagree, but once in a while there's those films where you're just like, I don't get how. How do you like this?
Yeah. It wasn't on my list, but I mentioned that I was interested in that XX movie, the horror anthology that was not good at all. I also mentioned Death Note, being somewhat excited for that. It wasn't on my official list, and that turned out to be horrible. Let's see what else we have here. Three Billboards. That was on your list, and I mentioned that there's no way they're gonna have that title be the final title.
They sure did,
and they did,
and that was a disappointment as well.
Not for me, but we both had Raw on our list.
Okay,
and that one didn't let me down. At least I was really into Raw. John Wick 2, we both had that on our list. I don't even think you saw that.
I still haven't seen it, man. I tried to squeeze it in for my year end because it's on HBO Go.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that was another one of those streaming difficulties where it was like after 45 minutes, I watched like 2 minutes of it. And I was just like, you know what? I'm not doing this.
I never had issues with HBO Go. That's interesting.
I have issues with everything.
We both had Annihilation on our list, and that didn't even come out.
Spoiler, we could be talking about that again.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the ones that didn't come out, actually, all the ones that were on my list that didn't come out do carry over onto this list.
I was thinking about that when I was coming up with my list for this year. I was thinking kind of the same thing. I was like, I should go back and see how many of the movies that I was excited for last year actually came out.
So you had Where is Kyra on your list? I don't know if that came out.
I mean, they played a couple festivals, but yeah, it's on my list again. That's what made me think of it too, because I was like, I'm pretty sure I had that on my list last year.
Another one that I don't think came out, in fact, I know it didn't come out, was The Miseducation of Cameron Post. That's the Akavan one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that didn't come out, yeah?
Greek Yogurt. I'm not even sure what that is.
Oh, that's on my list again.
Let's see what else we have here. You had Mudbound and Tormenting the Hen on your list, and those both turned out good. You had Ma on your list. You did see that, didn't you?
Yeah. That didn't disappoint either.
Dark Glasses.
Dark what now?
Dark Glasses.
I also wonder if because that's not showing up anywhere. I wonder if that got like a name change or something.
Yeah.
Ooh, I wonder if that was. Oh, okay. That was. I think that was the initial title for Claire Denise's "Let the Sun Shine In," which kind of came out, but it didn't come out for us. But I did notice that on some people's year-end list.
I had A Futile and Stupid Gesture, which never came out. That's actually coming out this month. That's, I think, January 27th or something like that. I'll be hopefully checking that out at Sundance. It's going to be at Sundance.
Okay.
Really excited about that. That's the David Wayne one, the National Lampoon biopic.
Gotcha.
I had The Disaster Artist, which was then called The Masterpiece. Also, I liked that. I wasn't disappointed with that.
But I think that's the other interesting thing too. Is like you make your list up here and you have no idea if that's even going to be the title when it comes out.
Yeah, the Star Wars movie didn't have a title at this point. Cure for Wellness was on my list, and that was a little disappointing, but it was still okay. The Alex Ross Perry film Golden Exits, we both had that on our list, and that never came out.
Yeah, which is I don't even think that's ever been picked up. Still hasn't been picked up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Surprising.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I had Ghost in the Shell on my list. Major disappointment, but I did say that I didn't think it was going to be any good, but I was still kind of excited for it.
That's another thing I love about you is how you have movies that you're anticipating.
Oh, just wait. There's we got more this year.
You'll outright be like, I don't expect it to be good.
Right. Yeah. There's going to be more of those this year. Don't worry. Friday the 13th was on my list, and that never came out at all. In fact, that got canceled. So that was a no-go. Mute was on my list. This was the Duncan Jones one. That never came out, but that should be out this year. I'm almost certain that'll be out this year.
It's gotta be.
Let's see. That's pretty much it one thing that we had that we both said was that we wanted to watch more anime in 2017.
That didn't happen.
I'm not sure that really worked out.
I think I actually watched the last anime.
uh, your
I think it
name
was the
was
opposite.
your name was on my top 25, so that was something. But overall, I tried to get into some stuff. Like I started watching Neo Yokio, and I thought that's a really weird one. But yeah, just it didn't work for me either. It didn't work out. So I might carry that over into 2018.
I'm gonna drop that altogether. I have new goals. Leaving
Okay.
anime behind. 2017. Even though I left it behind in 2016, really. Poor anime. I'm sorry, anime.
Yeah, me too. All right, let's get into some of our most anticipated for 2018 now. This always comes with a caveat that there's probably 100 or more movies that are either in production or ready to come out in 2018 that we just don't know about yet. And
Oh yeah.
more often than not, this list is just, at least for me, this is just kind of the big releases, the ones that have some buzz behind them. In no way will this ever reflect my top 10,
No.
as you could see from
Well,
last year's predictions. Or
and two, which we already mentioned, a lot of I don't know if a lot of these are gonna come out, or maybe they'll play a festival here and there, but won't actually come
yeah,
to us.
I try to pick ones that I'm pretty sure are coming out. However, I do have a few on my list this year that currently don't have a distributor. So anyway, I'll start it off. Annihilation is on my list. This is definitely coming out. It's going to be out on February 23rd. I made a half-hearted attempt to read the book, the first book, and I didn't get very far. I mean, I still want to go back to it, but I was traveling and was attempting to read the book, and it just wasn't happening. Every time I'd start to read it, I'd get like I'd get a couple dozen pages in and fall asleep. So that's in no reflection, in no way a reflection on the quality of the book or anything. It was just when I was trying to read it, I was always very tired.
This is also on my list.
I have high hopes for this one. This is oh god, his name's escaping me right now.
Alex Garland.
Alex Garland's follow-up to Ex Machina. Natalie Portman. I have pretty high hopes for this one. What's another one you have on your list?
I mean, I think I'll get like the big ones out of the way. So another biggie is the Wes Anderson,
Mm-hmm.
Isle of Dogs.
Yep, absolutely.
It's dogs and it's stop motion, and it's going to be incredible. I think.
I'm almost 100% certain this will end up on my top 10.
And I'm also 100% biased.
Of course.
Like I'm going in with bias and just throwing that out right now.
I have several biases with this movie.
It's going to be. It's one of those things where your bias and your expectation is so high that like Wes Anderson's really going to have to work to have me not like this. Like it's going to take a real effort,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't think he's going to be able to do.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think this movie's going to be absolutely incredible. This comes out March 23rd. These aren't numbered in any way. So I'm not doing like most anticipated to least or anything like that. So this is just sort of a random assortment. But if I had to number them, I would say that Isle of Dogs is really up there for me. Maybe even number one.
Yeah, I think it would be my number one as well.
Let's see. I have Where'd You Go, Bernadette by Richard Linklater.
What's that? What was the title again?
Where'd You Go, Bernadette?
Yeah.
It's with Cate Blanchett, and she plays a mom who goes missing, I think, or just disappears. Can't remember who the daughter is. Either way, I didn't see what was the flags of our fathers?
I want to say that that's a no, but you're close.
it's
You're
something
close.
flags, like last
Yes.
last
Last
flag
flag flying?
last flag flying. That's it.
There you
Flags
go.
of our
Yeah.
fathers. That's something else.
I think I think the other one's an Eastwood movie, maybe?
Yeah, I think so. The I didn't see that one. I do plan on seeing that one. I think that's coming out on Blu-ray pretty soon. I do want to watch it, but this one looks good to me.
All right. Another big one for me is Black Panther.
Black Panther. All right,
I'm
that one's
actually
coming out
pretty
soon.
I'm actually pretty excited for this.
Yeah, me too.
And I don't normally get excited for superhero movies, but this just a lot of elements that excite me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is
This looks
definitely
great. I
this
mean,
is.
that first trailer.
Oh yeah, major hype on that.
Yeah,
Yeah, this one has
yeah.
me excited too. I this year I don't have a whole lot of superhero stuff. I do have a few things, but most of the superhero movies that are coming out this year, I'm just not like I'll go see them, but I'm just not that excited for them. Like we have Deadpool 2 coming out, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Avengers, which is a big one. None of those are really on my list because I don't know, just not. Eh. But
I
Black
hear
Panther,
you.
yeah, definitely. We'll stick with the superhero theme here because I have there are a few that I have on my list. One is New Mutants. This I think is an interesting idea. It's set in the X-Men universe, but it's a horror movie, and that kind of intrigues me. I think that this is going to be. I don't know if this is going to be R-rated. It seems like it would be to me.
Okay.
But either way, I think that it sounds like it's kind of a cool idea. So New Mutants is definitely one that I'm kind of excited for.
That sounds kind of interesting. I am excited for the Nightingale,
Yep, that's on my list as well.
the new one from Jennifer Kent,
Yeah,
which
it's a
is
period piece.
it is a period piece. Uh,
1825 Tasmania.
yeah, which that sounds quite interesting. And what? And she hasn't made anything since the Babadook.
Nope.
And when was that? That seems like ages ago.
2015? 2014, 2015, somewhere around there.
Yeah, 2014.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for the Nightingale. I think that's going to be pretty cool.
Revenge thriller, 1825 Tasmania. Yes, please.
Yeah,
Looking forward to that one.
that comes out August 10th.
Nice.
Another superhero one that it's on my list, but I'm a little hesitant about it is Venom. This is the Venom spinoff from Spider-Man. There's a couple things that
Ooh.
I feel like it has going for it. One is the cast. You have Tom Hardy, Michelle Williams, Jenny Slate, Woody Harrelson, and Riz Ahmed. That is a strong cast.
That's a solid cast.
You
I'll
have
give you that.
you have Ruben Fleischer directing it, and for me, he's really kind of hit or miss. Like I felt like Zombieland was a big hit, and then Gangster Squad and 30 Minutes or Less, not so much.
Well, I mean, you want to talk about somebody that just downhill. Maybe not even really dead, just a straight drop. It seemed like he just dropped off the face of the earth almost.
Yeah, I mean he was like the hotness there after Zombieland.
Oh my god, yeah. But people couldn't stop talking about this guy.
Well, you know that
And everything
happens.
just fell apart.
Zombieland was his feature debut, and a lot of people have a hard time getting over that second movie bump there. And yeah, it just anyway, we'll see. Venom it seems like all the pieces are in place. There's a couple things that I'm a little hesitant about. The fact that Sony is putting it out. This is not, like the Spider-Man Homecoming was a collaboration between Sony and Marvel Studios. So that's why you had that kind of higher quality there. This one is just Sony.
Ooh.
I believe.
Hmm.
So I don't know if that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
See what happens there.
Yeah. This has a release date of October 5th, 2018. I wouldn't say that that is a definite though. So
Yeah, but you got I mean, with that cast though,
I know. Really strong cast.
God, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Uh, I don't have any more superhero ones, so I'll just start getting into
Well, I doubt that.
these art
I don't
house,
really think the
these
Nightingale
art
is a
house movies.
superhero one.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot.
You already
Uh,
deviated.
my next one is a new one from Quentin Dupieux. Got that new Dupieux coming out. This is set in a police station where I guess it sounds like it's contained to the police station wherein a like a kind of a bizarre or odd murder has occurred. And with someone like Dupieux for me is it's always interesting. I might not be 100% on board. I might not fully enjoy myself, but I am always interested going in.
Yeah.
It's one that I'm definitely looking forward to.
What's the name of it?
Uh, I'll post.
I'll
And this
post.
is another. This is him doing. I think this is him going back to France. So this is going to be a French movie. He's not doing.
Yeah, it looks like the cast is French cast. So interesting.
Yeah, always with Dupieux.
Yeah, I'll definitely be checking that one out. I'm pretty excited for that. Let's see. Do I have any other superhero ones? I don't think so. One that I'll mention that's not a superhero movie, but it's still a big movie is The Predator.
Oh yeah.
This is the Shane Black. It's not a remake or a reboot. I think it takes place between Predator 2 and the Predators movie that came out a few years ago. I think it's in between there. It's either that or it's in between 1 and 2. I can't
Are
remember.
you sure? Because if you go to IMDb, it just says the
Yeah,
remake.
that's not correct. That is not correct at all.
It's got some interesting people in it though.
Yeah. I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to be just what the franchise needs. This comes out August 3rd supposedly. I hope that's true because we haven't seen really anything for it other than a few posters.
Yeah. All right. The Predator.
Shane Black. That's what
Well,
has
it
me the
seems
most excited.
does seem uh like it kind of took a while to reboot that one up. In this, like this year and the last, 2 years, it seems like it was really ripe for that to happen.
Yeah, I mean the Predators came out not too long ago, and I actually really liked it. I thought that movie was solid, but for some reason it just didn't do too well. I think Adrian Brody had a part in that, honestly.
I would imagine. Uh, since it was on last year's, Let the Sun. Well, it's not called Dark Glasses anymore. It's called Let the Sun Shine In. So I'm excited for that one, but also her other film. So I'm kind of excited for two. The other one is The High Life, which is going to be her English debut. It's a sci-fi movie written by Zadie Smith with starring Robert Pattinson. So I'm looking forward to being able to check those two out. Hopefully, at least I should get Let the Sunshine In. I would imagine that
Yeah,
would come my way this year,
hopefully.
and I would imagine with something like uh, a sci-fi film starring Robert Pattinson, I would imagine that that's going to get has a better chance of distribution.
Yeah. Well, sticking with the Pattinson theme, I have a Robert Pattinson one on my list, and that's Damsel. This is the new Zellner Brothers movie.
He's
It's
in the Zoner Brother movie.
Yeah, it's a Western comedy,
Okay,
and it seems odd and really interesting.
Neil Wasikowski and Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, This one doesn't have a release date yet. It's going to be at Sundance. Hopefully, I think it'll be out this year.
Yeah, it will be.
A businessman travels west to join his fiancée in the mountains. That's all that it says, but I know that it's a comedy.
I did not know that was happening. I'm not a fan of the Zoner brothers, though. But maybe I'll get
well. Maybe this will turn you around.
Maybe it will. I don't know. But I, too, have an indie Western, and that is Two Planes and a Fancy. This is from Whitney Horn and Lev Kalman. They're the directors of L for Leisure, if you remember that from...
I do.
I think that was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Big fan.
Yeah. So it's going to be, their style, but with a Western. I forget who's in it.
I like that. I like that idea.
Two Planes and a Fancy.
Two Planes and a Fancy. Gives
you an idea. Comedy Western. I guess that's going to be the indie thing for 2018.
Could be. Let's see.
See how that works out for everybody.
One prediction I have. So this can be marked down as an official prediction. Netflix is going to turn it around with their movie selection in 2018.
What makes you think this?
Well, because on my most anticipated list, I found that four movies are on my most anticipated that are Netflix movies.
Really?
Four of them.
With it, just let's pause the back and forth thing real quick and just hit me with the 4.
Okay, so the first is The Irishman. That's the new Martin Scorsese one.
That's true. I forgot that is on Netflix.
And that's going to be with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino and Joe Pesci, and it's a gangster story. Yep. So I'm into that. Hold the Dark, which is the new Jeremy Saulnier movie.
Okay.
Very excited for that. I love everything that he's done, so really into that. Let me see if I can pull a synopsis for this one up, because I think there is a synopsis available.
Hold the Dark?
Yeah.
It's 3 children are suspected to be killed by wolves. So, writer is hired to locate their son in the Alaska wilderness.
Okay, so it looks like it's based on a book. The script is written by Macon Blair.
It's not that, to go into the Alaskan wilderness, you would hire a writer to look for your kids. I think I would hire someone else, not a writer.
Yeah.
Just my thoughts.
It doesn't. Yeah,
I don't know if I'd be hiring a writer.
It does seem like an odd choice, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I think that movie will be awesome. I'm sure it'll be good. I mentioned it previously, but Mute, the new Duncan Jones one, sort of a cyberpunk futuristic movie with I think Alexander Skarsgård and Paul Rudd.
Yeah. And actually, the last 2 that you talked about are both Alexander Skarsgård.
Yeah, yep.
Jumping in there.
Oh, and he did that other Netflix movie, the War on Everyone.
He's getting checks left and right from Netflix.
I noticed that Netflix does like to use a lot of the same people in their
I know. I wonder,
stuff.
Are they doing kind of like an old Hollywood type thing where they have like contract deals?
Maybe. Actors? Could be. Well, I mean, we know that they did that with Sandler.
Yeah. I wonder how many other people they've done it with.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of these movies they pick up at festivals and stuff. Like, they don't finance them, right? Like they just distribute them. I don't know how. I think some of them they actually finance, and some of them.
Yeah. It seems like they're kind of doing a little bit of both, a little bit of everything. It seems.
Yeah. And then the other one was A Futile and Stupid Gesture, the David Wayne one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and sorry, one other huge one. So this is 5. Apostle,
Jeez.
The new Gareth Evans movie.
Hold up. What?
Yeah, Gareth Evans of The Raid. He has a movie coming out called Apostle, and it's a period thriller about a man traveling to a remote island to rescue his sister from a cult.
Okay. All right.
And that's a Netflix one.
That sounds.
So I think it's a pretty
Sounds
safe
pretty
prediction
good.
to say that Netflix is going to be turning it around with their movies this year.
That would be funny if it actually just brought all of those people down to Netflix level, like Scorsese.
Oh no. That would be
That would just turn into another homogenized pile of mediocrity.
that would be so devastating for me because like Jeremy Saulnier and
It's a lot
Gareth
of
Evans,
big names. Big names,
it's
man.
absolutely devastating to me.
So to find out if this, if Netflix really is this like mediocrity behemoth,
Mediocrity machine.
Yeah. Doesn't matter who. Doesn't matter the talent, the name. Doesn't matter. As soon as you slap Netflix on it, the quality just deteriorates for some reason.
I don't
I
know.
hope that's not the case, though.
I'm also
Really
wondering because these are some big movies. I'm wondering if they're gonna also release some of these in theaters.
Especially with like a Scorsese.
Yeah,
Have to be.
because I mean, I think it's great that they're gonna be on Netflix, but I want to see these in the theater.
Yeah. I would imagine, Scorsese would kind of. I get the feeling that he would have that in his contract.
Yeah,
That it has
probably.
to.
I mean, I know for a fact that a lot of them will play festivals. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen a number of Netflix movies at festivals already, so I don't know. I guess we'll see how it all plays out. But I think it's pretty safe to say that Netflix is going to do some amazing things this year. What's your next one?
I'll just get rid of this one because it was on last year's list, and that's Nandam Rao's Greek yogurt. So hopefully that comes out for 2018. Didn't happen for 2017. Now I know that it is done because I have it. I can watch it, but I hope other people will be able to. Hopefully it'll start popping up at festivals and whatnot.
Yeah. Is it even on? Is it on IMDb? Because I didn't even.
No, I don't think it is.
I didn't see it listed on IMDb.
I know they just started submitting it to festivals, so we'll see what happens there. But I mean, to begin with, he's not that big of a director.
Still, should probably be on IMDb. Let's see. What do I have? Kursk. This is the new Thomas Vinterberg movie.
Okay.
Vinterberg's another one of these directors that's sort of hit or miss for me. Some of his stuff I love, some of it I'm a little meh about. I didn't see was it The Commune? Is that the name of it?
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
I didn't see that. This one's interesting. It's a submarine movie. It tells the true story of a submarine disaster that ended the lives of I think the whole crew. Maybe I'm not sure, but it stars Colin Firth and Leah Seydoux and Max von Sydow and Matthias Schoenaerts, Michael Nyquist. A lot of people in there.
Yeah, that's quite a cast right there.
Yeah.
I did not know about that one. I'm now also anticipating Kursk. Another indie director would be Aaron Skimberg's Chained for Life. So he's the director of Go Down Death, which is something I highlighted on Unsung Indies like last year or the year before. So in that movie was kind of like this black and white, really ambitious, where this like abandoned warehouse they turned into built a bunch of sets and miniature sets and all this stuff going on. So the new one, Chained for Life, stars Jess Wexler. Looking for I don't even have a synopsis for this. I mean, it is on IMDb at least, but there's no synopsis for it.
Mm-hmm.
But just going based off of Go Down Death, I'm looking forward to seeing this one.
Okay. Sorry, what was the name of that again?
Chained for Life.
Chained for Life. Okay. Next on my list is Sorry to Bother You. This is written and directed by
Yes.
Boots Riley.
This is also on my list.
In an alternate present-day version of Oakland, black telemarketer Cassius Green discovers a magical key to professional success, which propels him into a macabre universe. Yes.
Yes.
Very excited for this one.
Lakeith Stanfield and Tessa Thompson.
Yeah. And Armie Hammer's in there, too, and Patton Oswalt.
Yes.
And Terry Crews. And David Cross.
Correct.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Stephen Young, Danny Glover. The list goes on and on.
No, I'm pretty excited for this one.
Yeah, as am I. Hopefully I get to see this at Sundance.
I'm kind of at that point where if it's Lakeith Stanfield or Tessa Thompson, I'm kind of like already on board. But then you add all that other stuff, and man.
I will say, I said it before. I said it before. He was the only good thing about Death Note. He was amazing in it.
Yeah, he is. He's pretty great in everything. He's always a highlight, I should say. Maddie Diop is going to have her first, her debut feature. So after a string of, I want to say like 4 or 5, maybe even more, I'm not sure, short films, which were quite good. She is an incredible talent. So pretty excited for a feature debut, which I guess right now it's called The Fire Next Time. Who knows what it's going to be called, or if we'll even get it in 2018. But essentially, it's someone their lover goes missing. All of that guy's friends start washing ashore, dead, and then this woman, while waiting for news, is kind of set up to marry someone else. So she's just kind of like waiting. So, looking forward to that one.
Okay. I'm looking forward to Under the Silver Lake, which is the new David Robert Mitchell film. It's his follow-up from It Follows. I don't know anything about this. There's no plot synopsis that I'm aware of. But
I don't know.
Yeah, it's got Andrew Garfield in it, Topher Grace,
Jimmy Simpson,
Ricky Lindholm, Jimmy Simpson,
Riley Keough, Grace Van Patten. Pretty good. What else I got? Another indie would be Caleb Johnson's The Carnivores. This is the director of Joy Kevin, which is a movie that I thoroughly enjoyed. I think that was quite a while ago, too. Maybe 2014, 2015. So this new one has stars Lindsay Burge, Tally Meadow, Frank Mosley, Chris Dobeck. So looking forward to that one, too. No synopsis there either. Not sure what it's about.
Next on my list is Outlaw King. This is from David Mackenzie.
Outlaw King.
Outlaw King.
King of Outlaws.
This is his follow-up to Hell or High Water, which I was a big fan of.
Oh, it's that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
This one stars Chris Pine, Aaron Taylor Johnson. There is a synopsis. A true David v. Goliath story of how the great 14th century Scottish outlaw king Robert the Bruce used cunning and bravery to defeat and repel the much larger and better equipped occupying English army.
Okay.
So,
how about that?
Yeah, I think it sounds...
Chris Pine. Chris Pine playing Robert the Bruce.
Robert the Bruce.
Chris Pine. Which, that seems a little strange. Chris Pine playing Robert the Bruce. Scottish, right?
Yeah.
Said it was a Scot? Yeah. Oh. That just reminded me of something, which I don't remember a lot of people talking about. Wonder Woman. Chris Pine. Was he supposed to be British in that movie? Like he was like a British spy, and like
no, he was American, but he was working.
But he worked for
he was American, but he was working for the Brits.
Okay,
he didn't have an accent at all. I certainly hope he was not supposed to be British. He didn't even have a hint. He didn't even have a trace.
I always kept like asking myself that. I was like, was he supposed to be British?
No, he was American.
But I couldn't think back.
Yeah, they mentioned it.
Okay, that just seems dumb. Hire Brit.
Yeah, but
And
I
that's
mean,
gonna be yeah.
they hire a lot of
Chris
British
Pine's not
actors.
that great.
Yeah, but
You don't need
they
Chris
hire a
Pine.
lot of British actors to play American roles.
That's true. Is this our way with
Why
like
can't it go the other way?
are we trying to storm back? Trying to take it back. What do I have? Ji Zhangku's Ash is the Purest White, his newest film. So this is a romantic thriller that takes place in the criminal underworld. So uh, I am always looking forward to his films. I don't think I've really been disappointed by anything
You know,
he's done.
I totally neglected to look to see what kind of Asian films are coming out here in the
Way to
States in
go.
2018.
Way to
I'm
go.
sure there's going to be a shitload of them that I'm into.
It's probably going to be like 37 Miyake films.
And Sono's going to release like 20 movies this year.
He's got 7 lined up for February, probably.
That's another prediction I'll have. She and Sono will release at least 5 movies this year.
I can't wait until he works with Netflix.
Oh, God.
I can't wait until it takes we can start going down that route. It's going to be great.
Next on my list, I have Lizzie. This is the new one from Craig William McNeil. He's the guy that did The Boy, which I was a pretty big fan of. This is about Lizzie Borden and stars Chloe Savini.
Okay. All right.
Kind of interested to see what kind of turn that takes. Something tells me it's going to be really weird, and I'm kind of into it.
Another Asian one is Takeshi Kitano's Outrage Coda.
Ooh.
Get another outrage in there.
You know, I think I saw the second one. I can't even remember.
Well, the other thing that because I kind of forgot about Outrage, to be completely honest. So when I came across Outrage Coda, I was like, oh yes, that's right, Beyond Outrage.
Yeah.
Which I'm not 100% sure if I saw either. I think I did, but I'm not quite sure. So this is one of those that like the excitement kind of hits on a couple different spots. So I'm excited for the new Outrage Coda movie coming out, but now I'm also reminded of Beyond Outrage, so I'm excited to see that one before seeing Outrage Coda. So I'm excited for like maybe I'll even start at the beginning and just do both of them as a lead up to the third one.
I don't have Beyond Outrage logged on Letterboxd, so I don't think I saw it.
Well, I think that's something we're gonna have to rectify.
I mean, I know I saw the first one. Yeah, we might have to do like when the third one comes out, we might have to do
double it with the we'll do that. We'll just do a triple.
Yeah, we'll do all 3 because I'd like to revisit those as well. All right, next on my list is Summer of '84. This is the new film from RKSS. They're the team that brought us Turbo Kid, which I was a big fan of.
Okay.
I remember you liked Turbo Kid a lot too.
I was. Turbo Kid was fun.
Yeah.
Enjoyed that. What's the name of this one?
Summer of '84.
Okay.
So
they're going to do an 80s thing.
Yeah, they're doing an 80s one. So pretty excited about that. After suspecting that their police officer neighbor is a serial killer, a group of teenage friends spend their summer spying on him and gathering evidence. But as they get closer to discovering the truth, things get dangerous.
I would imagine.
Yep. Very excited for this one. This has a pretty awesome poster. Kind of classic. Almost looks like a Goosebumps cover or something.
Goosebumps. It's because apparently what's missing is a skeleton with hair.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't know. They somehow misplaced a skeleton in a polo shirt. Oh, God.
I'm excited for that one.
I'm interested in that. Carlos Reyes. So his first film since 2012. New one, Where Life is Born. So it's apparently, I think it is him and his wife are starring as the the lead couple, where it takes place like within a bullfighting community, and they kind of have like this open relationship. And of course, the man, his wife, falls in love with another guy, and of course, he can't handle it, and I guess he starts to lose it. Things start to fall apart for him. But if it's anything like Post Tenebris Lux, I'm in. Sign me up.
Sign him up.
I want to get them visuals. Get them sweet
Some
visuals.
strong visuals. Some strong visual content.
Yeah, because like the I gotta be honest, like the narrative of that sounds like I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
About the guy falling apart because it's like you agreed to the open relationship, dumbass.
Yeah.
Fucking
You
deal
made
with
your
it.
bed. Now sleep in it.
Yes, sleep in that shit. Gorgeous visual.
Next on my list is Mandy. This stars Nicolas Cage,
Yes.
and it's directed by Panos Cosmatos.
Oh, you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. So
Yes.
so this is his first movie since what, Beyond the Black Rainbow? Is that the name of it?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
I
his
kinda
first
forgot
movie
about
since
him.
then. And it's set in the primal wilderness of 1983, where Red Miller, a broken and haunted man, hunts an unhinged religious sect who slaughtered the love of his life.
Okay.
I am so on board with this movie.
Sweet. So I'm already noticing like a little bit of a trend here for 2018. So we have some like primal wilderness movies,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
We have some cults.
Yep.
Got a couple of cult movies in there already, and we got some westerns, some indie westerns.
Yeah, it seems like revenge is going to be a theme.
Just a bunch of pissed off people.
Primal revenge.
Primal revenge, just out in the wilderness.
I'm into it.
Yeah, I can't say that I'm against it, to be quite honest. Something completely different. That would be Ricky D'Ambrose's first feature. So after, I think, 3 or 4 shorts, with his latest just landed on my top 25 with Spiral Jetty, his newest is called Notes on an Appearance. So it's about a young man that disappears, leaving behind an obscure collection of letters, postcards, and notebooks. So I guess they're trying to figure out a little bit of a mystery.
I like mysteries.
Who doesn't?
I like mysteries.
Mysteries are great.
I feel like we don't get enough.
Fucking love figuring shit out.
Yeah, we don't get enough mysteries. Next on my list is Lynn Ramsey's You Were Never Really Here.
Also on my list, yes.
This is the one with Joaquin Phoenix, a missing teenage girl, a brutal and tormented enforcer on a rescue mission. Corrupt power and vengeance unleash a storm of violence that may lead to his awakening.
Oh.
This comes out April 6th. So this played festivals last year.
Yeah.
And it's finally coming out this year.
Which is, I always thought this one was kind of an odd one. Because not only did it play festivals, but I generally heard good things about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it didn't come out.
It never seemed to like pick up steam for any reason. I'm not sure why. That seems like one that we've been kind of talking about in anticipation for some time.
Yeah.
Here's one that I kind of stumbled upon. I was looking up projects from cinematographer Sean Price Williams. So to me, Sean Price Williams, one of the best American cinematographers working. So I stumbled across this project, which is directed by Jessica Ulrich, which is called One Man Dies a Million Times. So apparently, this is the synopsis: a true story set in the future about seeds and genetic diversity, about growth and decay, love and war, and hunger of all kinds, and what it means to be human when all your humanity is stripped away. So that intrigues me. And then you got, on top of that, you got the cinematography done by Sean Price Williams. Count me in.
Yeah,
I'm on board.
that sounds very interesting.
Yeah, I'm for it.
The last one, I have a couple maybe ones that I'm slightly interested in, but the last one that's really kind of on my list is the Happy Time Murders. This is one, I don't know if this is going to come out this year, but this is one that we wrote about in 2012.
What?
Yeah. If I remember correctly, it was like one of the very first news posts that we did on the site back when we first launched the site.
Are you serious?
I think so. Let me fact check it real quick, live. Do a live fact check here.
Watch out.
I don't even know. Oh yeah, yep. March 13th, 2012. I posted a news article called "The Happy Time Murders Concept Art," and it has a release date now of August 17th, 2018. So if you haven't heard of this movie before, it's directed by Brian Henson, and it is it's a murder mystery that's set in a world where puppets and humans coexist. So it's sort of like a Muppets thing, but it's like almost got like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit vibe to it. And it stars Elizabeth Banks and Melissa McCarthy and Maya Rudolph and Joel McHale.
Okay.
And there is a synopsis. When the puppet cast of an 80s children's TV show begins to get murdered one by one, a disgraced LAPD detective turned private eye puppet takes on the case. So, don't know what to think about this one, but it sounds interesting.
Yes. Yeah, that's worth a look. Just based on all that information, that's worth a look. I have no idea if it's gonna work.
Yeah,
if it's gonna be any good.
Yeah, I really have no idea.
But I have a feeling that it's definitely gonna be an interesting watch. At the very least.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't see that being a boring experience. It can't be. I mean, that would take some real talent to turn that into like a very boring experience.
The only other adult, I don't know if it is adult themed or if it's just kind of, I don't know. But if it's like Meet the Feebles, for instance, I really hated Meet the Feebles.
Yeah.
So I don't want it to be like that. I don't know. We'll see.
I guess I'll mention again. Hopefully 2018 will happen. The Miseducation of Cameron Post. Hopefully that comes out.
Yeah, I mean, that would be on my list as well. I'm interested in that.
At it again. Hopefully it works out.
There's a lot of Sundance stuff that I'm really excited for that I don't know if it's going to be out. I mentioned some already, but
I'd say we always throw this caveat in every year when we do this, but there's hundreds of movies that we don't even know about yet between all the festivals and everything. That we don't, directors that we haven't even heard of before.
Right, yeah. I mean,
all sorts of
yeah,
we're going to discuss.
Yeah, I mean,
which is going to be
when you make these lists up, you usually just go by who's in it, who directed it, who is the DP, something. But there's so many movies that come out every year that are first time directors that blow you away.
Yeah.
Or maybe just directors you never heard of or you're not familiar with.
Which is that to me that's what I'm anticipating the most.
Just complete
is all those things that you don't even know about.
Right, yeah.
You don't even fucking know about yet.
Yeah, I mean just looking at what we predict or what we were anticipating last year and how like our top 10s turned out this year, not a lot of crossover there.
Exactly. That's what I mean. We have 12 months full of stuff that we don't even know about yet. And that like at the end of 2018, you're going to be like, looking back, all the new directors that you discovered, new cinematographers, actors, all that stuff.
I forgot to mention this. Was Dunkirk on your top? Where did that land on your list?
I think that was in my top 25. I think it was like 16, 15.
I marked it as one of my most anticipated last year, and you said you fell asleep during the trailer.
Yeah. And I remember I vaguely remember saying like I'm fucking done with war movies.
Yeah.
Not interested at all. I don't want this shit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was one that I was not really looking forward to. I didn't really have any interest at all. But man,
This is a surprise.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you have anything else on your list?
No, I think we can end it there.
Okay. Just a couple other big ones that I'll mention that didn't land on my list that I'm sure a lot of people are excited for. The Incredibles 2.
All right.
I liked The Incredibles. I don't know.
It's been ages. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Solo, a Star Wars movie. This is the Han Solo movie.
Yeah.
I want to like this one. I hope it's great, but I don't know. Just for some reason, I'm not that excited for it. Ocean's 8. It's the all-female Ocean's sequel.
I mean, I'm not like hugely anticipating that one, but I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
That could be fun. That could be a fun one.
Yeah, I like the Ocean's movies, so
God, I'm almost always down for a heist movie.
same here.
At least a competent heist movie.
Same here. Deadpool 2. A lot of anticipation for Deadpool 2. I'll see it and I'll probably like it. I enjoyed the first one. I didn't love it like everyone else seems to have, but should be fun. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Not really into this one.
No.
I wasn't that big of a fan of you. Did you see Jurassic World? Yeah, I thought you did.
Yeah, that was not good.
Wasn't as bad as I expected it to be.
No, but it was kind of. It was ridiculous. I wish there's a part of me that leaned in to the ridiculousness of it even more. Just went full in on it. I mean, we're talking about dinosaurs here. Let's just get ridiculous with it.
I felt like it was pretty grounded until towards the end. I felt like it kind of went off the rails at the end.
And the worst part is when it does get ridiculous, like they play it straight. Like
yeah,
Chris Pratt he's the leader of the Velociraptors, and you're just like, no, he's not. Are you serious? He's riding a motorcycle with them? Come on now.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna go that, just embrace it. Just embrace it and just make it ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Ant-Man and the Wasp comes out. I'm sure that'll be a good time, but for some reason, again, just not really that interested.
Again, exhausted with Marvel Phase 5.
Yeah, I think that's
Phase
what it is.
4.
I'm just kind of.
What phase are we in?
3? I think we're in phase 3.
Level 3.
Yeah. I think when the Avengers movies come out, that indicates the end of one phase and the beginning of the next.
Gotcha. Okay. That's the boss level, I guess.
I think. I don't know, man. I'm just. I used to know, but
it's getting so convoluted.
I'm so exhausted with it. First Man comes out. This is the new Damien Chazelle about the man on the moon landing.
Oh, is it? Wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, I really.
Do we need more?
I'm slightly interested just because it's Damien Chazelle, although I did not like La La Land. I still want to like the stuff that he makes. It's just that I'm not interested at all in the story of the moon landing. It's just, I feel like that's something that we just don't need.
We truly don't.
Holmes and Watson comes out this year, supposedly. This is a new Sherlock Holmes movie that stars Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly as Holmes and Watson.
Okay, so that sounds better. I thought it was going to be like a legit serious Sherlock.
Nope.
Which again is something that we don't need.
Agree.
We don't need. I think we're done for like the next 30 years.
I'm totally fine with this version. I think it sounds like it could be funny.
Yeah, let's make fun of Sherlock. because he's a pompous asshole.
He's a drug addict too.
Piece of shit.
I hope that they make that a joke, like a running gag, that he's a heroin addict.
He's addicted to that opium.
That's pretty much all I have on my list. So 2018 holds some promise.
I wanted to see what you think, because I kind of noticed it with yours too, that there's not a lot of big movies that you're overly excited for.
Yeah, correct.
And I think, well, every time we do this, one of the main things is I'm just looking up directors that I like that haven't come out with something in a while, actors, cinematographers, all sorts of stuff. And then like one of the last things I do is just go to the IMDb coming soon, just to see what like the studios are putting out.
Right. Yep.
For 2018. And I gotta say, man, searching through those, I was not coming up with anything.
Same.
It was not looking good.
Same.
Unless there's a lot of projects that are under wraps.
Yeah, I mean, one of the first things I said, I started looking stuff up on Thursday, I think, and one of the first things I said was, "Man, this is not looking great. Like 2018 is not looking great."
And the other weird thing was too is usually when you're looking through the studio stuff, you got nothing January, nothing February, nothing March, and it's like towards the tail end you start getting stuff where you're like, "Ooh, that looks good, that looks exciting."
Mm-hmm.
This time around, it seemed like everything was front loaded.
Yeah.
Like I was done after like the first 3 months, and it's like, wait, it's not usually like that. Usually, that's the barren wasteland of releases.
Yeah, I think times are changing a little bit with that. I mean, we have some really early releases that are coming out this year that seem decent, but I don't know. I guess we'll see how it goes. We'll see how 2018 fares. I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of really great stuff that comes out that we just don't know about yet, but as of right now, like the big releases really aren't doing it for me. I mean, even the ones that are on my list that are the most anticipated, I'm still like, for a lot of them, just like, I'll put it on there. It seems like it could be cool, but the ones that I'm dying to see, that I'm just so excited about, there's like a handful. There's only a few, really.
Yeah.
Whereas last year there was a huge number of movies that I could not wait to get out and see.
And it's still one of those things, like each year that this happens, I always kind of have this thought of like, is it more so my tastes are changing, or is it more so films is kind of dipping? Is it a combo of that where the quality of films is dipping so much that it's changing my taste? Like, I don't know. But it seems like every year that I check, the big movies, it's less and less each year that I'm like truly excited for.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, looking back at how my taste has changed over the years, there was like a period of time where I pretty much hated everything. Like I was probably 18, 19, 20 years old, and I hated everything pretty much. And then gradually I started just enjoying myself more in movies. And now I don't know if I'm swinging back around, or I think that what I learned from 2017 was that there were just a lot of movies where I was like, that was all right. Like I didn't have strong opinions about a lot of the movies that I saw in 2017. So maybe that's something that's going to happen again in 2018, where I'm just like, that was okay. Time will tell.
See what happens.
Let's take a look and see what's coming out in theaters this week. We have The Post is getting a wide release. This is the Steven Spielberg one. I would recommend checking this out. I think it's pretty decent. I was surprised. I had no expectations going into it, but I came away really enjoying it. So I would recommend The Post. Paddington 2 comes out. Now, I didn't see Paddington 1, But I
I
heard
kind of want to see both of these.
I heard really good things about Paddington 2. Currently has a
Yeah.
100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Apparently, it's
Plus, it also seems like one of those times where, like, I'm ready for a talking bear. Like, I want to hang out with
Mm,
that guy for like an hour or so. I think I could use it mental health wise. I think it would be helpful.
yeah, yeah,
Just get some joy in there. You know what I mean?
yeah. I'm kind of with you on that. The Commuter. That's the new Liam Neeson actioner. I heard that he's said that he's done with action movies now. We'll see.
We'll see.
This one looks incredibly generic. It looks like the perfect January film.
Mhm.
Proud Mary comes out. This one I'm interested in. This is the one with
Yes.
Taraji P. Henson.
Yes, this does. This looks like a good time. I'm pretty sure that this is not going to be good
No, I think it'll be.
necessarily.
It'll
I think it's going to be. All I want is entertaining. I
Yeah,
just want a good time with that one.
I think it'll probably be average at best, but could be fun at least. Let's see what else we have here. Saturday Church is coming out. Freak Show, Inside. Now, I don't know if you remember the movie Inside. This is actually a remake, but it was amazing. It was fantastic. And this one, not sure we needed it. Acts of Violence. This is with Bruce Willis. I feel like he's been doing a lot of really generic action movies lately.
Yeah, it seems like he's been working without anyone really noticing for like the last year or
Yeah,
so.
he's come out with a bunch of stuff, but it's all been kind of VOD
Yeah.
style things. He's like doing a Nick Cage where he's just cranking stuff out left and right, and it's like all been really kind of shit. I'm not sure what that's about. Abe and Phil's Last Poker Game, The Lucky Man, The Demon Within, 12, and then yeah, it looks like it's pretty much it. Maybe Paddington 2 is worth a look. I don't know. Proud Mary.
I mean, it's a bear enjoying himself, having a good time. All right?
Getting into shenanigans.
Yeah, wait, how? I'm not 100% sure how you can be against that in 2018. You know what I mean? Small
Let's
bear getting shenanigans, enjoying himself.
yeah.
Just bringing joy to people, having a good time, getting mixed up and stuff.
Hopefully there will be a lot of happy movies in 2018. Doesn't look like it from our lists here, but hopefully there's going to be a lot of movies that just bring joy to people.
No, it's just going to be a barren wasteland of primal wilderness revenge.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it looks like. We'll see.
Fucking hunting down wolves, killing cult members. Oh, jeez.
VOD this week we have Almost Paris. This is for January 9th. Almost Paris, there's a review for that up on the site. Chris gave it a 3.5, I think. He did not like it at all. Dare to Be Wild. Not sure what this is about. What is this? Beautifully shot in and around the lush countryside of Ireland and wild deserts of Ethiopia. Dare to Be Wild is a romantic adventure story inspired by real-life Mary Reynolds, a young landscape designer who was determined to preserve wild nature. Nope. Crazy Famous. It's a comedy, I think. And then on the 12th, we have The Polka King, which is on Netflix. This is one that stars Jack Black, Jenny Slate, Jason Schwartzman. Seems kind of... I'll check that out. Seems interesting. It's like a true story, I think, about this famous polka musician who was running some kind of scam. Saturday Church, Abe and Phil's Last Poker Game, and Acts of Violence. So a lot of the stuff that's coming out in limited release is also going to be on VOD next week. Blu-ray. This week we have It. If you haven't seen it yet, absolutely check it out. It's definitely worth a look. The Foreigner, that's the Jackie Chan one. I didn't hear great things about.
No, that did not look good.
No. Yeah, it wasn't really doing it for me. 68 Kill. This one's really bad. I would avoid it. It's like one of my bottom rated movies of 2017.
Ooh.
Marshall. The Thurgood Marshall biopic.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, same here. Mark Felt, The Man Who Brought Down the White House. Documentary. November Criminals. That's the one that looks suspiciously like Baby Driver.
I just love that title. Such a ridiculous title. Are they only criminals in November?
I guess so.
Is that like a Scorpio thing?
Yeah, they take the rest of the year off.
The Scorpio takes over in them. When it comes to November time, they just become crazy criminals.
I know it does for me, but
it's like the Purge, but a month. Personal purge. For a month-long personal purge.
But it's only for Scorpios. Only Scorpios get to do it.
I'm in.
Yeah, me too.
If that's what the movie's about. I think that would be better than whatever November Criminals is actually about.
Yeah. Let's see what else we have here. Friend Request, Bullet Head, Bad Day for the Cut. Looks like Jurassic Park is getting a re-release. Looks like the first 3 are getting re-released.
Okay.
Oddly, I'm not seeing Jurassic World here.
Oh.
Just 1 through 3. Bitch. That's the one where the woman has like a psychotic break and thinks she's a dog.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. What do we have on the Criterion front this week?
We have one Criterion, and that's John Ford's Young Mr. Lincoln from 1939. The black and white movie. Henry Fonda. Yeah. Abraham Lincoln. Young Mr. Lincoln.
I'm actually kind of interested in that.
Yeah, that's supposed to be pretty good. I'm going to have to check that out.
Yep. All right, I think that is going to do it for this week. Thank you so much for listening. You can send us your questions and topics to podcast@filmpulse.net. You can follow us on Twitter @FilmPulseNet and @FilmPulseKevin. If you have a minute, take a look at our Patreon page, patreon.com/FilmPulse. Consider helping us out by becoming a subscriber. For Kevin Rakestraw, my name's Adam Patterson. We'll see you next week.